Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Aida and today I would like to talk about some barriers and some obstacles that hold us from achieving our dreams. And those barriers, for most of the times, are actually created by our own selves. So let's get right into it. Number one is a clear image. So do you have a clear imagination of where do you want to go? What is the final goal? You need to have very specific imagination and very detailed. Imagine there are two painters and one of them has a clear image of what he wants to see on canvas, and he's intentionally, or she is intentionally putting every mark on canvas, knowing what is it supposed to be, what kind of part it is. And there is another painter that would throw all the colors on canvas, not sure where it will bring him or her, and then as a result it would be also unknown, right? So result could be anything and it's a surprise. Think of that. What do you prefer as a result? Do you want to have this very clear image, or you just gonna go with the flow and then you will have something but you don't even know what it is? That's why you need a clear image of where you want to go. So if it's a job or relationship, or you want to buy a new home, or you want to move and have a new lifestyle, how this lifestyle, let's say, gonna look like, envision it. Envision this new house where you want to live. How would you feel there when you walk in? Where the windows, where the light, where is it located? And the same would be for anything else. So clarity is number one, because everything is first created in your head, and then it would move to planning and then to action. And actually in this video I would like to talk about more psychological part of achieving the dreams, or psychological barriers. Number two is analyzing and recognizing what kind of insecurities you have. What are those areas where you feel insecure? What are the fears that holding you back? Maybe you're not feeling that good about yourself. Maybe you have a imposter syndrome, or no one in your family ever had this amount of money, were able to get this type of job or education, or people in your surrounding, your friends, the society around you is not in this type of level of achievement where you want to go. So this subconsciously will also hold you back from just going out of this bubble. And this is a big topic, and for sure if you're not at the point where you achieved your dream or goal, there is something in this area. By recognizing, naming it, you know how to work with it, you know where to move and what kind of actions to take. Number three, you need to be honest with yourself. You need really to see if this is a goal that you want, if this is a dream that you truly want, because sometimes it could be someone else's dream. If it's not your own goal, you're not gonna really move towards that. It could be something like, I want to have this bag because so many influencers have it and I will look luxury, my profile will look luxurious, it will bring me followers. But in reality, maybe you not really want it or need it. This is not your truthful goal. That's why maybe it's hard to move towards that goal. Or for example, if you don't feel like going up the career ladder or do some improvement, development in your profession or your business, maybe you want to do something else instead, and you feel like you need to go up, you need to develop yourself, but you stop there, you feel like stuck because it's not your real wish and you wish to do something completely different. Number 4 is being a nice person. And a nice person putting the priorities of other people first, because they want to be nice to them, they want other people to like them. So if someone calls you, asks you for help, you would drop your own stuff, try to help, to take the time of the day, and then eventually, because this takes also the energy, takes your attention, when you come back to your own business, then you might feel not so motivated maybe, or tired, or a little bit less on energy, or at least you could be distracted. Maybe someone's asked you to volunteer their time, and because you don't want to disappoint this person or this relative, you would say yes, because you're a nice guy or girl, and then eventually it actually feels not being truthful to yourself, and it could feel empty because you're letting down yourself, basically. So you're letting down in the way that you're not being authentic with yourself. Did you really wanted to volunteer, or you just said yes because you don't want to disappoint someone? Number 5, making your goal or dream a priority. That means that you're gonna focus on it. It's going to be on the back of your mind, and that means that you're going to set a time for achieving this dream. So if you're just spending maybe 1 hour a week, maybe it's not that enough, maybe it's not a priority yet. So it's better than nothing, but if you really want to achieve it faster, you need to put attention into it, you need to focus on it. And so if you really want it, most likely you would like to put time in it, you would enjoy putting time in it once you find a real meaning in it. If you're already was honest with yourself and you got motivated that it is really what you want, then it should be easy actually to set a time to prioritize it. And if it's hard to set a time, if you're maybe spending only a couple of hours a month for it, there is something wrong. So you need to check within the other points if it's your dream, if there is something that stops you. Maybe you have fears or feel uncomfortable because no one in your family ever started doing it, never had their own business. If you're not making this a priority, ask yourself why. Maybe that's because it's not your own goal, maybe because you have those fears or some insecurities, and it's hard to start because you don't really feel that you're worth it, you don't feel like you're good enough to do it. So it's actually hard to get to a new level, and it's comfortable to stay in the same shoes for a long time because simply you don't feel like you're worth it, like this is the place where you have to be, this is your place. The next one, number 6, appreciation. You need to appreciate yourself for every step. Just in the evening, think of the steps you take, of the fears you overcame, of the decisions you make, and start feeling good about this. Start feeling grateful that you took the step, that your body took this step, that you went somewhere, you did it. So appreciation is important, and you need to focus more on the good things rather than thinking at the end of the day what was wrong, maybe you could have done better here and there. And actually what you're really doing, you're punishing yourself. You're punishing for not being good enough, that you've done it, but you could have done it better. Let's say you're checking, you're journaling, and just seeing that this could be improved, this could be better. This actually not gonna take you that far if you always focus. Just simply acknowledge, but first you need to appreciate yourself for good things. Appreciation is very important for your body, because our body listens to every thought and it remembers the confidence, it remembers this state. And if you constantly saying that here should be tweaked, here should be better, this is not exactly perfect, it constantly feels that you're not good enough. Say yourself that you did great on it, you're so focused on your goals, you took this action today, and maybe acknowledge that next time maybe you can wake up a little bit earlier and it's going to be even more exciting, you have more time to start the day, but make it short. So most of the part should be appreciation, and so you would feel good in your body. Number 7, you're not listening to your body. So your body will never lie. It will always tell if this feels like empty or not accomplished, or you spent time on something that wasn't worth it. So body always knows better, because it's subconscious, it's truthful, and there is a logic which sometimes can go like, okay, I would focus and do this and that, or maybe then I scroll a bit on Instagram, or maybe I need to, okay, right now to call this friend, and then it feels like you didn't put enough time for yourself. So listen to these feelings, like start to notice in your body, because with your body together you are able to achieve anything, but you need to be like the one whole, so not just logic or mind working separately, but also feel what you feel inside, like what is the feeling, and try to recognize what is that feeling, why you feel. Maybe it's feeling of anxious, and usually anxiousness comes from not taking an action, not making a priority, not doing a step, not making a decision, procrastinating. So just notice the signs. I recorded the whole video and there are maybe 5 more points, and I just noticed that actually my camera stopped recording, and this is the first time that I had a laptop in front of me, and so I don't see the red light on the camera, and instead there is a laptop which has the screen which has some sign that it's recording, but I don't look at it, right? So I'm talking to the camera and this happened and I didn't know, and then it's almost right now the sunset and I didn't finish the video. So I can choose at this point to be upset, to stop it, to maybe just take the whole week of break and not recording anything, not continue this video. But instead I thought right away that actually it's a great way, because I'm gonna repeat everything I said, and first of all it's great also for myself because these points that I believe too, so this belief will be even bigger. And the second, it should be even more fluent and more playful for me to talk on camera because I'm repeating. so even improving there. So you have to always find the good, even if you did something and at the end it did not work out. Get the best points out of this. Your body will always tells you, it never lies, when something is going wrong. If you spend a day doing something that's not contributing to your goal, maybe you was just doing research but it was really long and now it feels even exhausting to just keep researching and researching, your body tells you that you are taking it too long. Maybe you should take the step instead. Maybe you should take action. Or if all of a sudden someone called you and you put aside your stuff, your body will tell you this, how it feels afterwards. So try to recognize what your body is trying to communicate to you and keep your body relaxed. So ask yourself, ask your body, how do you feel right now? What is that? If someone talking to you, maybe they tell about some opportunity and it's not very well paid opportunity, and you take it because your logic tells you this, but it could be the opposite. For example, maybe it's a great place that you really want to be there and your body feel excited about this. You feel like, whoa, this is so cool, I want to be, this is such a great opportunity. You need to listen. Even when you set your price for your business, for your services, ask your body, how do you feel when you say this price or that price? The next one is related. Take a good care of yourself. Get a good sleep. Go to sleep a bit earlier. Wake up a little bit earlier. Then nourish yourself. Fill your body with good nutrition. Also, get outside. Get a deep breath. Move your body, get on sun, exercise. This all will put you in a good mood, in a good energy. Your energy will flow. You will feel like you want to take on a day. You have so much energy and power in yourself. You will feel powerful in your body. You will feel fearless. So these needs are very important because they are the basic needs and they need to be fulfilled. You cannot just go and push yourself without really a good sleep. Maybe just for a few days it's okay, but then you need to get back on track, get back on a good schedule of sleep, and sleep is really important. Number 9, your surrounding. Removing all the toxic relationships, toxic people from your life, and trying not to engage in any toxic conversations, recognizing it very fast, what is really the goal of the person, because in these toxic conversations, the goal of the other person actually to be toxic and to hurt someone, to put down, to belittle. Try to avoid any toxic conversations, any signs that the conversation is going some wrong way. Try to stop it right there. And also it's important to recognize, because for most of the times we get engaged into these conversations or get engaged with these people, even they are random people, because we're not recognizing these signs too early. And to recognize, you need to train your body first of all, because your body will never lie. Like I said, it will tell you something is wrong. You just start talking and you feel like something is wrong here. And the best actually to avoid, because then later if someone already throws some comment, you feel also that you need to give it back, right? So you need to set this respect. Your boundaries are being crossed and you feel like you need to reply. And this also takes the energy. Of course, it is much better step than just walking away from this situation if it's already came to this point. But the best would be actually not letting the situation to turn this way. This will actually takes a lot of energy and a lot of time in the day, because sometimes these little engagements could just go for an hour in your head. Maybe you replied, maybe you defended yourself, but still it has this unpleasant feeling. And why do you need this? Why do you need to carry on this feeling? And then also analyzing, and then also thinking how would you reply the next time. So removing any toxic relationships, and also not engaging in any text conversations, and recognizing the early signs. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with the people who would go into the direction you want to go, who are growing this way, who are supporting you, who boosting you up, boosting your confidence. And actually being a smaller fish is better than just be a bigger fish and just always giving up your energy and knowledge, because it would be really hard for you to grow. And to your surrounding, it also belongs where you live, your apartment, if you share this apartment or you live on your own, if you live maybe in a very loud area close to the clubs and so on, or you live in more quieter that lets you to focus on yourself and focus on your goals. Anything in your house that surrounds you, all this belongs to the surrounding. So take a close look what there could be the obstacle on the way and remove them. The next one, what kind of thoughts you put inside your mind, what kind of thoughts you choose and what you choose to believe. Like, do you choose, if you hear something, do you choose to believe it or not? And what sort of information goes through your mind? So, for example, if you're just listening to maybe some TV channels that you don't really want to, because someone in your family listens to it, try to find a way how you can separate yourself from this. Or if there are people that constantly complaining about something, just choose not to be in their space. Try to remove yourself and overall stop this conversation. You have the power, you have your say. You can stop this conversation because this is your boundaries. You don't want to listen and put all this in your brain, because you process all the information that you listen to. Take control on the information. Anything that you scroll or see on internet, videos, movies, choose your movies wisely, or don't watch that much, because especially if you don't know really what's gonna be there, but you anticipate, it's better not to compromise. Then you process it in any way, you process all the information. So try to avoid any unnecessary information that goes not along with your beliefs. And then if you have yourself a limiting belief, think of it, question it, and choose. Keep choosing your information, keep choosing your thoughts, because that's where your attention goes and that's where your energy flows. This is your time. Not only it's consuming the energy, it also stays somewhere in the back of your mind, and it can turn over the time in your belief. Then next, what can stop you from not being where you want to be is not being grateful. The gratitude is so important because this is the state, and what's important to feel it, not just automatically writing and feel like, okay, I have to get it done, let's write 3 things. No, it's about feeling, because you're not gonna get any state, any benefits just automatically writing something. It should be the feeling inside that you're so grateful, that you're happy, that you want to grow. Like, thank yourself that you're on this path where you want to grow and you're making your steps. When you're grateful in this state, your body feels confident. Your body feels this and it remembers the state of confidence and gratitude, and that you have everything, that you have enough. So then you will go on a date with this state and you will feel so light, you will feel that things are light and easy, that you are in such a resourceful state, you're ready to move mountains, you're ready to do anything to get to your goal, and it's just simply from being grateful. But you need to get in this more deeper state, feeling maybe some great emotions, like feeling some good vibrations in your body. This will immediately change so many things. You will see how you naturally start smiling, and you can just right away go and do something for your goal, because right now you're in this high resourceful state, and just use it, use the state to get done things, especially those that you're afraid of. Now you feel so fearless and you feel like nothing on the way to achieve your dreams. And there is a bonus one. Think of what are you not allowing yourself, and give yourself a permission. Let's say if you want to change your style, you want to change how you dress up, how you present yourself, and you think of this more bold image, more bold style, and you want it, but somehow you still dress up in a regular, your clothes that you were dressing up for years before. And the new clothes you're not comfortable to wear still, because you're not allowing yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be bold, to get this attention, because the outfit will draw the attention. And the same as maybe changing a makeup, maybe looking a little bit more, avant-garde or assertive in this look. You understand that certain people will perceive you this way, and you're not allowing yourself this to happen. So give yourself a permission. You can write it down, you can simply just affirm it several times, that you're giving yourself permission to be bright, to be bold, to be confident, to express yourself. Or you're feeling like maybe changing something in your business or in your artistic style, if you're an artist, any sort of artist, and you feel like you are sort of put yourself already in this certain descriptions, and your art is looking like this, and you feel not so comfortable to go out of this zone and out of this bubble. So let yourself Permit yourself, allow yourself to be different, allow yourself to explore, allow yourself to change, even 180 degrees. Maybe you're a lawyer and you want to become a DJ. Allow yourself at least to try, at least to give it a shot, because for most of the times we are not there because we are not allowing ourselves. And this is probably the most important to understand. We are our own obstacles on the way. We are the gatekeepers. There is really nobody else, because other people will perceive you or they will critique you, right? So, but this does not change anything. And when you not letting yourself something, when you stop yourself because of these thoughts of how other people will perceive you, perceive this change, and whether you will not have the same relationships, that means that you give the power to other people to rule your life, to be the captains of your life. You give the wheel of your ship to the other hands. Always remind yourself in these situations that you let other people right now to decide. You give the wheel from your ship and you let other people to be captains of your life. So don't. Take your spot, get comfortable, get confident there, because this is exactly the place where you're supposed to be. These were my points on what stops you to achieving your dream and how to overcome it. And this video was more focused on psychological, metaphysical part, and in the next video I will be talking about action taking. So stay tuned, and I wish you a beautiful day. Also, write down what was important for you in this video, because it will be already a first action and you will feel already this is step number one. You already accomplishing and you're taking something. You're not just listened, there is already the next step made. I'm grateful for having you here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Ciao. We are finally rolling. All the preparation is done. I feel accomplished already. No need to record. Yeah, it's good enough.